So we have an interesting company here with an interesting name, Matchplat, from the United Kingdom. And so the reason I like this company very much is not even so much what they do, and it's not even so much about the types of services they provide. I like it because it's a relatively young company started by young people. And so basically the team is not much older than you students are. And so Antonio, Yelena, so for you just to tell, so the students, all of them in X-Culture, they kind of dream and plan to be in a few years where you are today. And so for them, it's not only an opportunity to learn about your business, but also to learn from you how it is to start a business, you know, how it is to manage a startup. Many of them will be trying to do, as I said, in a few years, what you're doing now. And my hope is here that not only will they learn about your business model, but they will also learn from you how to run a small startup. And so we will obviously want to start more, you know, learning about your product, history of the company, what you do, challenges you face. But maybe hopefully at the end, we will also devote a little time as to what kind of advice and what kind of, what kind of advice and what kind of guidelines you can provide to students who are interested in kind of getting on this path of entrepreneurship.
Yeah,
so without any further ado, I'm going to turn the microphone to you guys. So tell us more about your company, about your history, about your products. And for the students, if you have any questions, again, you can type them in the Q&A window, or don't be shy, raise your hand, join us here, and we will engage in a conversation, which I personally always find a little bit more interactive and more engaging than just simply typing and answering the questions. All right, please.
Okay, maybe I should share my screen. I don't know, to show, I've prepared a brief presentation about what Matchplat does and about who we are and about our history. So we try to.
Yep. Yeah. So you should be able to share your screen, and yeah, if you want to show us some photos, I mean, some slides.
Yes. Do you see it?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Okay. Is it okay?
Yep.
So
the only thing is, I think we see the screen that is not the kind of the presentation mode, but
yeah, I can turn it on now.
Okay, you didn't go to the presentation mode yet.
Yeah. Yeah. You see it now?
Yeah,
okay.
It's good now. Yeah. Perfect.
Okay. It's good.
Yep.
Okay. First things first, my name is Antonio Margiotta, and I work inside the Matchplat marketing department along with Helena. We are together, and yeah, we are part of the Matchplat marketing and communication department. And first of all, I would like to say that I'm really happy to be part of the X-Culture project this year, along with my colleagues. And yes, we would like to start with a brief history of what Matchplat does and when the idea was born and how it evolved across time. As you can see from our claim, from our payoff, Matchplat wants to find your new business partner just one click away anywhere in the world. So basically, we are a B2B company, a B2B consulting company, helping SMEs finding new business partners all over the world through digital services. Everything started in 2017, and when Andrea Gilberti, our CEO, and Elia Calissi and Yuri Sabalini, our CTO, founded Matchplat. And in 3 years, I can say that we had quite a rapid and evolution. In 2018, we had the first opening in equity, followed in 2019 to an equity crowdfunding action, which allowed the other 55 investors entering in the company. And in 2020, this year, we moved in our new office in Bergamo, Italy. And we are currently planning to open 4 new foreign branches in 4 foreign countries, which are China, UK, US, and Russia by the end of next year. And our project for X-Culture this year is about especially the strategies to enter the Chinese and the British market. So yes, this is our current structure. We are divided in 6 macro areas in 6 departments, which are.
So how many people, this is the entire team or there are more? So it looks like, yes. What, about 15, 17 people total?
Yes, for the moment, this is our current team where we are planning to expand a little bit more by the end of this year and the beginning of next year. We are planning to hire some people in the HR department and some new people in the data analysis department, which is really important to us because it's the core of our value proposition.
So those question marks, are those current openings? Are you trying to?
Yes, and we are looking also for new people in the software area, software and development, and we are also expanding our sales department, and we are growing quite fast. And in this moment, it's a moment of really big evolution for Matchplat. And just to enter a little bit more inside the matter of what we do. We basically use Matchplat as I was saying before, is a B2B consulting company, which basically uses advanced technological tools and processes to transform data into useful information. Useful information for especially for companies, so for private businesses who are trying to update and to transform the strategies. So we are basically, we could say, using a metaphor, that data are the raw materials, and our final output is the information that we give to the companies. What does distinguish Matchplat services from all the rest of the consulting data company? Basically, the fact that we use a database containing more than 30 billion commercial information about 280 million companies in 196 countries in the world. So this is basically a worldwide database that we use to find, to transform, and to analyze all the information which are necessary for a business. Using artificial intelligence algorithms and other platforms. It's important to know that most of all our platforms and algorithms are developed inside Matchplat. So it's a technology that we develop and that we work on with our IT team.
So the database you have, so the data you amassed it on your own using some sort of data search, artificial intelligence powered algorithm, right? So it's not like you went out and interviewed 280 million companies. So you use some fancier algorithm to get that data. Is that how it worked?
Yeah, we use our own algorithms and technological processes to process and to transform the data into useful information for the companies. So differently from the majority of data providers who work in the B2B markets, companies in our database are classified for their online content. It means that we have constantly updated and verified information, and so this means that we give access to informational heritage, which is constantly updated and constantly refreshed every month with all the information that could be useful for private companies. What are these kind of information? Basically everything, and as you can see from this slide, so I don't know, the name of the products, the phone numbers and the emails of the members of a company, the proprietary or licensed patents, and so everything that can be useful for know. And the fact that we use this kind of updated and reliable information makes the results of our services different from the many competitors. You can see from these slides, we offer accessible solution for small and medium enterprises for an average price which is lower compared to the standards of the market, and with an higher quality of the final result. So, for example, when it comes up to the research for a new customer, new clients, or new suppliers, we can identify an average of the plus 35% more than targeted, that companies in targeted. So, one moment. Right. Okay. So, what's the differences between our market, the market we move, how we distinguish ourselves in the market we move on? Matchplat basically was born from the idea of transforming the traditional trade fair, a place where you go spending a lot of money and a lot of your time to meet new business partners, which is so something that is really time consuming and not really affordable for the reality. At the same time, so Matchplat wanted to transform this in something that was more less costly and with an higher quality of the final result. So basically, in our market, we position here, while other private companies like Cribis or Bureau van Dijk have a lot of data, but usually are quite expensive for the companies. They offer digital services, but usually their analysis take way more time, and it's more difficult for the companies to get the results in a short time. So if it's okay for Elena, I would leave the floor to her to explain all our services and how they are structured on 3 different levels. What are the peculiarities of each one of the services?
Thank you, Antonio. So our services are divided in 3 categories: analysis, research, and contact. With our analysis services, it is possible to identify a new market, making a complete analysis of the market, allowing our clients to understand where to buy, sell, or invest. With Trend, it is possible to find out the performance of any product in the global market, helping our customer to focus on the right markets for their products. This information is retrieved from reliable and up-to-date import and export data. With overview, instead, the clients receive an analysis of the market of their interest with all the industrial and commercial centers identified. With differently from the analysis services, the research services focus on finding out the right business contacts. For example, Explore is a service that helps our client to identify the target audience in line with their needs. Subsequently, we provide them with a geolocalized list of potential customers, suppliers, and distributors in a target market. Enrich is an in-depth and personalized analysis of the companies in line with the client's needs, while Exhibition provides an analysis of all the exhibitors participating to an important trade fair or exhibition worldwide, allowing the clients to optimize their appointments and save valuable time when attending these events. Lastly, our contact services help our client to get in touch with the companies. We have Connect, which is a matchmaking platform whose objective is to put our clients in touch with the companies around the world who are interested in their business proposal. Then we have Direct, which is one of our main products. Basically, Direct, it's an email marketing activity carried out on a database of profiled and target contacts. The answer arrives directly in the client's inbox, and at the end of the campaign, the client receives a report containing all the names, surnames, the company, the interest rates, and the website of the hot contacts, we call them. So the companies that are interested and who have taken actions into the emails. With Link, instead, it is possible to optimize the lead generation and investments in online advertising thanks to a profile database for social media and ad campaigns. How Link works, the client basically selects the audience according to the role, to the sector or other criteria. and we provide them with a list of the right contacts to which to address the online advertising campaign.
Can we talk a little bit more about that just to better understand the service? So for example, this semester we have 15, I believe, companies that participate in X-Culture. All of them are asking for help with expanding into new markets. And pretty much all of them say, can you students, asking the students, can you maybe recommend some potential distributors, retailers, partners, maybe governmental agencies that we can work with in that market? Now, based on the list of the services you provide, it seems like you could help in that kind of task, right? It seems like you can help find potential distributors, retailers, or is that not the type of customers or clients or partners that you're, connecting the customers?
No, it is. Our main aim is to find new clients, distributors or suppliers for our clients. So in this case, we have a research service, which is Explore, who helps our clients to identify the target audience that they need. So in this case, the potential customer, the suppliers and distributors, and especially these distributors or potential partners are geolocalized. So the clients receives a list with all the, as I said, the potential customers located in different areas in the world.
So when you provide the contacts, when you provide the information, how does it work? So you just give the names and the email addresses and say, contact these companies, they can be the clients, or you actually put, like, do the introductions or connect people in a more sort of tight way?
It depends from the services. So for example, in, let's see, overview, they receive a map with all the industrial and commercial centers. So for example, they're looking for a distributor in a specific area. They will, or an industry that, for example, I don't know, makes yogurt, we can say. We show them all the companies that make yogurt, for example, in Europe. It's a kind of like a Google Maps with all the commercial centers identified. Or we have Connect, which is different because it's a platform in which our clients can post its needs. For example, I don't know, it can type on this platform, he can type on this platform, I'm finding a new distributor or a new supplier in a country. And then the other companies can see the request of these clients and create a match. So basically the client receives only the answers from a client who's really interested in its business proposal.
It's like a meeting place, right?
Exactly, it is. And then we call these companies who make the match to let's how can I say, to be sure that the clients who have clicked on this proposal is really interested in our clients' needs.
Yes, it's basically a way to connect different companies together, and we contact the potential partners of our clients to make sure that they are interested in the commercial proposal of our clients. So basically, we act like we build a bridge between the two companies, but then all the agreements, the arrangement of the agreements, the commercial agreements are something that the companies don't do. Right. We just provide a service of connection, let's say. And I don't know if you are interested, maybe I can show you, if I find it, a list of an example of the output of Explore. So an example of the list of the companies Elena was saying before. So I can show you it's just an example of the document that we provide to the customer. One moment. Yeah, I don't know if you can see it. You can see it.
Well, yeah, we still see the presentation. So were you going to show us?
Okay, one moment.
Maybe in the sharing you chose PowerPoint, not the screen, and so it's showing the software and not the.
Yeah, one moment.
Maybe a good idea to reshare.
One moment.
I wonder if Xculture can order your services. So no, I'm serious. We are, we have a bunch of new programs, like for example, the same project for pre-college teenagers, school students. So I wonder if through you, we can find suitable schools that might be interested in enrolling their students in Xculture. Or likewise, if we can get some sort of maybe like a subscription so that our students can use your service as they are solving problems for our clients. But by doing so, I guess not only the clients will benefit because the students will provide better, better answers.
Better results, yeah.
Well, but the students will also familiarize themselves with your system so that when tomorrow they graduate and become managers and have to use it for their own company, they will like, oh, Matchplat, I remember I used them before for that project. So now I want to maybe subscribe my company so that we can use your service on a regular basis. So we might want to discuss that and kind of explore it a little bit more. Maybe we can become your client or find some other form of collaboration.
That would be really interesting.
Yeah, I think we still see the PowerPoint. Were you going to show? Oh, that is okay. No, that's the work. Yeah, go ahead.
This is an example of an analysis report for services, which is the one who Elena was talking about before. The one service provides a list of potential suppliers, distributors, and clients. So as you can see, we have a little description and the different targets, target A, target B, target C, and out of target. We use this classification just to classify the different companies that we find. The ones in the target A are the best ones, the ones which are more similar to the customer's request. And the target B are a medium, are the weak target, let's say. Target C is a target that I call uncertain because usually can contain companies that are in target with the customer's needs, but this is not always sure. And as you can see, for each one of the targets, we have the percentage of companies found and the number of companies found, and along with some additional comments about for example, companies that we find. And then we have the most important part for our clients, which is this list of the companies which we provide with the VAT number, the address of the company, the city where the company is, and the website of the company. So our customer can visit this website of the company and then get in touch and choose in these different targets companies that he or she prefers for her business plan, basically. And so yes, this was just a short example of let's say the output that we give to our customers. And I go back to the presentation. Okay.
I'm curious, what is the marginal cost of providing this service to you? Meaning that, is it all automated now? So once the system is developed, it doesn't really cost you to provide one extra report? Like, is it all done more or less by the machine, or you still have to, each time a person has to be involved, and it does take time and effort and money to generate a report like this?
It's more the second scenario. I mean, we are currently developing new technologies and new algorithms to make the service more automatic, but it's still very important the work of the human being. Our analysts really they do a great job and a lot of to provide quality service.
Yeah, I was just kind of trying to understand. So for example, if we struck some sort of a deal where our students can use your service, so if it was fully automated, I guess it wouldn't cost you anything extra much. And so I guess in that case, you don't lose anything and students gain some benefit, but it does look like it would require a lot of resources on your end. Still would require some resources. So it wouldn't be so simple. So
yeah, I mean, we are working on becoming, we are working in the direction to creating a platform, so something that is really automated and can give access, and it's accessible to everyone, and it's completely automated. As I was saying before at the beginning of the presentation, Matchplat is really evolving. So we are growing, but also our services are transforming and becoming different and more sophisticated day by day. So, which is quite normal for a company which is quite young like us. We exist since 2017, as I was saying before. So it's still a phase of transformation and where we are experimenting new solutions. But I'm sorry for the interruption, and I will give Elena the possibility to talk to you about our typical customers.
So our clients come from different sectors, from consulting to the food and beverage, metalworking, biomedical, and healthcare. The services are mainly bought from them are Explore, Connect, and Direct, and we have a small percentage, as you can see it in the slide, it's just 9% of other services bought. In the right side of the slide, instead, you can see the characteristic of our target persona, which is mainly a 45 years old male who is a CEO of a company counting 62 employees and with a turnover around 18 million euros. At the moment, the majority, Antonio, you can change the slide. The majority of our clients are one-time clients, but we also have several recurring clients. As part of our marketing strategy, instead we use online channels such as the Google SEO and Google AdWords. Then we use content marketing and campaigns on LinkedIn, Facebook, and Instagram. I don't know if you remember, Vasil, from last year that Andrea and his colleague told you that we were going to open our social profiles. And we finally did this in July of this year. And we are quite happy because we are growing, especially on LinkedIn. Then we use the direct email marketing campaigns, and soon we will introduce some webinars. Our offline channels comprise outbound phone calls, exhibition, which at the moment due to COVID are paused, affiliate marketing with web agencies, chambers of commerce, consultants, and in the future we have in mind to introduce on-site events.
Yeah.
We have also two different sources of income, paper project and subscription. I also use this slide to answer to one of the questions that I found in the DNR to Jana, who asked if the client can access to those services within one payment of subscription. We have two different kinds of as I said, source of income. The paper project, in which the price changes according to the client's needs, the quantity of the company that he needs to identify, and in which country. Whereas the subscription plan gives the possibility to our clients to access and use our platform with gaining all the data and using the tools of our platform, and they have all full access to our information. So to answer you, Jana, yes, the clients can also subscribe to our platforms to access our services.
Yes, which basically reconnects to what I was saying before, that we are slowly moving toward automated platform with subscription. This means that in the future we are planning to move to a subscription model for our pricing. So a platform where you have to subscribe to use all the possible tools, as Elena was saying. And yes, just to give you a short picture, these are some of our clients and located in Italy and in other countries. And Elena, if you want to talk about sales process, and then we are done basically.
What's Matchplat sales process? Firstly, we set up an appointment with the client. Then during the call, we do our best to understand our client's needs, and we show them a demo of the most appropriate services. At the end, we provide the client with a quote and explain them the characteristic of such quote. So for example, as I said before, the price depends on how many companies the client needs to find, in which country. So that's why we explain the quote that we make to the client, that we give to the client. And this was our last
yes,
slide.
and it was,
If you have any questions.
exactly. Yes, if you have any question or any other particular topics that you would like to cover.
Yep, I see we got a few questions from the students, but there were a few more that we that I wanted to ask to make sure. One, competition. So who are your competitors? Are there companies that do exactly the same thing and only the same thing? Or is it bigger analytics companies that provide these services among other things? So who would you consider your competition?
The data providers.
Yes, essentially, Matchplat is has a really accessible and flexible services, which basically means that in Italy we don't have really competitors which are the same of us. A competitor that we could have is Bureau van Dijk, for example, and it's one of the companies in the slide I showed before, and which is a Moody's analytics company and a data provider, or Cribis is another private company, part of a bigger group, and they provide basically market analysis, or also on marketing services, is a part of the Cherved group, and it's another society of consulting for the supply chain and the marketing management based on data. But they provide, yes, with lists of suppliers, distributors, with trend of with market analysis basically. But I would say that their offer is not as complete as the one of Matchplat. As you can see, we have 3 different progressive levels of services, which is basically everything you need for your business needs. I mean, because what we offer ranges from the market analysis and the overview of global markets, as Elena was saying before, but it arrives also to the contact of the direct contact of companies in target with our customers' needs. So there is also this part of human connection, let's say, that we offer, which is not really typical of this data provider.
We can say that we have competitors under the data aspect, but they do not use the data to provide the services like we do.
Mm-hmm. Okay. In terms of your sort of direction of your development or direction of the services you offer, from 2017 until now, did you ever have to pivot and change your direction, or what you do now, that's exactly what you envisioned from the very beginning?
If it's okay for you, Elena, I answer. I would say that at first, the idea was different, a little bit different to the idea of Andrea and the other founders. Matchplat, as the name says, matchmaking platform, wanted to be more like a platform where a company just wrote and had the possibility to write its needs or goals, and then to find another potential companies interested in fulfilling those needs. So it was just like a matchmaking platform where you write what you need and then someone answers to you, like a social network, let's say. And as you have seen from the presentation today, it's more now, the things are more complicated, let's say. There are more higher level of services, and it's not just a platform, it's a series of integrated services which basically give access to data and information, and not just to a platform where you can write a request. So yes, I would say that we changed a lot since the beginning, since the first idea project.
There is a very interesting question from Varvara Krylova. She's asking if the current sort of situation, I assume she's referring to the pandemic, to the lockdowns, COVID-19, if that has affected your business in any way. Do you see any changes in your customer behavior? How severely did the pandemic affect your market sector? So how are you coping with the COVID-19 crisis, essentially?
I would say that obviously, yeah, the SMA, the small and medium enterprises all around the world have been severely hit by this situation, and it's clear that things are not going to be normal in a short time. But for what concerns Matchplat services, I would say that maybe we are having interesting perspective of evolution. Not maybe, but for sure. For example, COVID-19 showed us that trade fairs and big exhibitions and meetings like that will be not possible like 1 year ago. So I think that it will be business intelligence, which is basically what we provide. So use of data for strategic purposes in businesses will be fundamental. And so, yes, probably our market will notice this and will react positively to the possibility of accessing these services, especially in this situation where human contact can also in business and can't be like before. I don't know if I answered to the question of the student.
Makes perfect sense. Yep. There are several questions also about your clients. For example, Abduli here is asking if most of your clients are small and medium companies, or do you also have larger companies? And then there were also questions about your clients, any big companies that we know. And then more importantly, I guess, what type of companies do you target? Do you prefer to work with a specific kind or segment, or are you open to collaboration with anyone?
I was answering Abduli, and I was writing her that our services are accessible to everyone, especially because we are cheaper than the other in the market. So we address both the small and medium enterprises and the big companies. Both of them will need our services when looking for new clients, distributors, or suppliers on when they choose a new market for the expansion of their business. So we do not prefer one to another, but we help them to achieve their business objectives.
Mm-hmm. Another question. Oh yeah, go ahead, Antonio. Sorry.
No. Sorry. I was just adding that also Italy is mainly the economic scenario of Italy mainly consists in small and medium enterprises. So our market of reference at the beginning actually was the one of Italian companies. So yes, they were small and medium enterprises. And so the idea was giving birth to services were accessible, especially to them.
You did talk a little bit about your marketing efforts and how you promote your business, but still, when it comes to finding new clients, what seems to be working best so far? How do most customers find you?
Direct email marketing, mainly.
So you literally send emails to companies saying, this is what we offer, this is who we are, and then certain percentage responds.
Yes.
As the LinkedIn posts, because Facebook and Instagram are mainly B2C, so we are encountering a little bit of difficulties to address the B2B word also on these two platforms, but LinkedIn is working for us, and we are gathering more B2B companies. So yeah, our marketing, what can I say? Our marketing efforts are mainly are great on LinkedIn and on through the emails.
That makes
yes.
sense.
I would also add that Google Ads is very important because for inbound marketing. So basically, and display and search campaigns on Google AdWords are very important for us, especially because we recently launched our new website that you can see. Basically, Google, if you look for Google, if you look at the end of this presentation or on just google matchplat.com, you can find it. It's a new website, a brand new website, and Google AdWords is giving us a really good end in finding new leads and new potential new prospects.
We have received a lot of pre-analysis requests in just a few weeks that we have launched our new website. So the Google Ads are working really well for the lead generation.
All right. So it seems like we don't have any other questions from the students, and we are almost out of time. But I wanted to tell the students, but also for you guys as an update. So there will be probably many more questions as the students start working on the challenges.
For sure.
And so what we do is, and you participated before, so you kind of know how it works, but students, when you have additional questions, you can always email them to admin@xculture.org, and we will look at the questions. If it's a question we know the answer to, either from this webinar or maybe that question was asked before, we are trying to minimize the workload for the busy executives from the partner companies. So we try not to bother them every time there is a question, because most of those questions are repetitive. So in that case, we just copy and paste the answer from the database of the frequently asked questions. But occasionally there is a new question, one that we cannot answer, in which case we will reach out to Antonio or to Elena here and ask them to answer that question. So expect some questions throughout the semester, probably more towards the end. And students, if anything is not answered in this webinar, you can always ask additional questions. And we'll see some companies do the second webinar towards the end when the students have more questions. So let's see how it goes. Maybe we'll do another one later on so that we don't have to send hundreds of emails, but instead we'll spend another hour kind of focusing more on questions and answers.
Okay, perfect, no problem.
All right. Okay.
So
with your permission, I have recorded the meeting. With your permission, I will share that recording with the rest of the class. So many students couldn't attend live, obviously, schoolwork. So they will watch it later. And yeah, let's see what ideas the students will bring your way. So hopefully there will be many interesting business ideas and leads.
Yes, we hope so, and we are sure that there are going to be many interesting ideas from the students of the university.
We're very curious.
Yep.
Yes.
Right. Thank you so much. And then I guess good night for those who are in Asia, good afternoon for those in Europe, and have a day for those in and in Africa, and good day. Have a good productive day for those in the Americas.
Yeah, for sure.
Thank you. Bye.
Thank you. Thank you for having us.
Bye-bye.